All right then everyone, 80% win rate strategy. I'm just going to show you some examples of some trades that I've taken recently to give you an idea of what the strategy is, but very, very simply, you're looking for accumulation, manipulation below a liquidity point, and a distribution back to the upside. This is what you're looking for in general. Very, very easy to spot. There's one from yesterday here, accumulation, manipulation, V-shape back up, and distribution here. You can see this was a trade that I took, which I'll go over now. Really, really good trade, to be honest. You're obviously looking for this nice accumulation area like this. You're looking for a clear liquidity sweep, and then you're looking for a nice V shape of momentum back to the upside for distribution. We take a look here on the 1 minute time frame. I think the 1 minute was this the one that I entered on? I think it was either this 1 minute or it might have been this 3 minute. I think it was this 3 minute. Yeah, you can see here, fair value gap. This is the trade that I took. You can see quite clearly here. Very, very obvious accumulation area. It came down, really, really good sweep and great reaction. Look at this momentum back to the upside. This is what you want to be seeing. You're looking for a fair value gap to get closed above. I actually entered early on this because I took a 30-second entry, which was somewhere down here. But this, obviously this 3 minute would have been a more safe entry if you're waiting for a clear confirmation. But I took the 30-second, which I don't have on this chart, unfortunately. But what you'd be looking for is, once you enter, you're looking for your 1-for-1. Obviously, we came up, smashed that instantly. Take half my position off here and then leave runners back up through the V shape. I had one here and I had one up at this high, I believe. And as you can see, we came up and smashed both those targets pretty much over the course of the next half an hour or so. Taking half my position off at 1-to-1, half off here and half off here. Overall, we ended up at around a 1-to-3, 1-to-4 trade. Really, really nice trade. Taking it in the afternoon session there. Absolute banger, to be honest. This was a really, really good price action yesterday. Quite, I would say, choppy price action overall. There was also a good trade during the New York session here. You can see another 3 minute trade here. Really, really, really obvious trade. Really good volatility. Obviously, we came up, seek and destroy conditions, swept the high, swept the low, swept the high, came down and swept this low, which was the one that I was looking for longs. And then this really great reaction here. Entered on this level here, as you can see. Looking for that 1-to-1. As you can see, it took a while to play out here, about 15 minutes. We eventually came up, smashed my 1-to-1. I took half my position off here and then we came down and got break even instantaneously. But that's totally fine. As you can see, price action here was pretty choppy for this period. And I think overall, it was probably fair enough getting out of this level. Came back and got in later on for another position anyway, for another really good long. But you can see, I'm not going to bore you too long with the details on this, but these V-shapes happen all the damn time, to be honest. And if you get that good liquidity sweep to the side, you'll generally be looking to have a nice trade. I can actually see one here. You can see we've got a key level here. Let me mark this level for you. Pretty obvious swing low point here. You can see we came down, swept the liquidity. Very low volume here, but you can see that this would have worked all the same. Very obvious sweep, good V-shape back to the upside, targeting a 1-for-1. Let's just find out where our 1-for-1 is for this one. So you can see we chopped around a bit here before we eventually came up, hit this TP, which was here. I mean, you technically would have got stopped, probably would have got filled here and then got stopped the rest on break even. But if you didn't, let's just say you had your stop loss a little bit looser. Because sometimes people like to have their stop loss a bit looser, which is, by the way, a close back below this fair value gap. It's not just a hard stop below the gap, because sometimes you'll wick down there, get stopped out, and then it will continue anyway. It's closed back below this fair value gap. You can see, take half the position off at 1-for-1. Target some runners up back through this V-shape area. And as you can see, this one would have ran pretty much all the way to the high. Once it started reversing like this, I probably would have just closed the rest. Obviously, this is in London session this morning, so very low volume, interestingly enough. But as you can see, another winner. A really, really good strategy, to be honest. I'm not going to carry on too much about the trades I've been taking recently. But you can clearly see the vision. This one here was all right as well, actually. You can see here, fair value gap here down to this level. Nice little V-shape after sweeping liquidity back up to the high. This would have worked at least for a 1-for-1. These are just endless, aren't they? Just look across this chart and look. Find all these V-shapes after you swept liquidity. kind of got a good amount of, oh, this would have been a good one. We did sweep the liquidity just about there. Got a very obvious, big, obvious fair value gap here. Not as V-shaped as I would like though. As you can see, coming down to this level here. We never got a close above until we got to here, so I probably wouldn't have taken this. But you can see the vision for it. Sweep of liquidity, and you're looking for that nice V-shape back up. Very, very simple stuff. Pretty decent one here as well. I think I took this. Another clean and obvious fair value gap here. We were obviously consolidating a lot after this huge dump. Came down, and then we started to get this good impulse back into the market. I took this one up here back to the highs, which was completely fine in my opinion. Very, very interesting open that day. Obviously we had the was it CPI or PPI or whatever. But overall you can see the vision. There are tons and tons of these V-shaped recoveries that happen every single day. You can see all of these potential trades here. If you can catch one of these V-shapes back up, because they happen all the time on NQ, you'll be sitting in a pretty nice spot. This was potentially a trade here as well. Sweeping out the lunch low before coming down. Pretty obvious V-shape back up, catching this back up towards the highs. You can see this just happens over and over again. This one here, a massive V-shape. We've not had a massive V-shape like this in a while, but I mean, you could have taken this one. I'm pretty sure I took this trade here because we did just close above on my particular broker. Although you could have entered here and it still would have worked. You can see very clearly just targeting back up towards the high of the V-shape, maybe leave a runner all the way to the highs. Overall, absolutely amazing trade. Again, really, really good strategy that just gives and gives and gives. Price action recently has been more difficult than usual. August is a bit of a weird one, but I think things always clean up in September, which is what we're heading into now. Right now, this strategy doing really, really well. I'll probably leave it here. I won't waffle on too much more. Do like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.